Okay, so today this is our learning target. Students will be able to complete a table for linear equations and graph the ordered pairs. So we have to make a table and we have to graph ordered pairs. Basically two things. One, complete a table, and two, graph ordered pairs. That's just 2 dots, maybe 3 or 4 dots. That's just graphing specific points on a graph. Okay? To start off, you should have already completed your do now before watching this video. It's asking for 2 points, x and y. So x and y. Now these points can be any 2 points that you'd like. X and y, as long as they add up to equal 4. So I have x, I have y. For example, 2 numbers that add up to equal 4, I don't know, 1 plus 3. You could work with negative numbers if you'd like. You could have something like negative 10 and positive 14. Or you can have, keep it really simple and do 0 plus 4. 2 numbers. Now, we may give you points that are already established, such as x equals 2.3. So if I have x plus y equals 4, and I know I could substitute, that's our math word, 2.3 for x, because that's what x equals, plus the y value equals 4. I don't know what the y value is, but I can solve that. All I have to do is solve for y by subtracting 2.3 on both sides. This is our Unit 2 skills that we need for this unit. We need to know how to solve. If we can't solve, we're going to have lots and lots of trouble. Our y value will be equal to 1.7. So I can rewrite this equation, x plus y equals 4. I know my x value is 2.3 and my y value is 1.7. That will equal 4. Again, a little additional practice. Negative 2 and 5 are ordered pairs. Negative 2 and 5. We've got 0 and negative 1. We've got 1 and 4, sorry, negative 1 and 4. And last but not least, we have negative 1 and 5. All it's asking for is a set of ordered pairs, and I know that when the arrows point to each other, they make one pair. So time for your teacher do. Teacher do number 1. It's giving me a lot of information in this question. I have to solve the equation if the domain is, and they give me 4 or 5 possible options. So domain we know is equal to our x values. So I can put those values in my what we call t-chart or table. Negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, and 4. All 5 of these values. Now, I don't know what my range is, but I have an equation to solve it. So all I have to do is write this equation and solve for it. So I'm going to plug in that first number, negative 4, and solve. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16, plus 8 equals 2y. This is negative 8 equals 2y. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Y equals negative 4. So my first point is negative 4, comma negative 4. Let's change this color so the colors match. This should be blue. Okay. Now we did that first one, this one, done. We'll do it again. And we'll use the next number, which should be negative 2. We'll solve again. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, plus 8 equals 2y. 0 equals 2y. A lot of us forget that this is a 0 on the side. We divide by 2, divide by 2, y equals 0. All right. Again, your Unit 2 skills are very, very important. You're going to have to do it 5 times. It's like doing 5 problems. But luckily, it's the same process over and over again, multiplying and adding and dividing. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 8 equals 2y, 8 equals 2y, and then divide both sides by 2. Y equals 4. Again, color. So I have 3 points already. I only really need 2 points to make a line, but the question's asking me to solve for all these domain values to find all my range values. So I'm going to put in the 2, because I've done this one, then this one, then this one. Now I'm on this 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 8 equals 2y. 16 equals 2y. Divide both sides by 2. Y equals 8. One last one that we need to solve for is going to be that positive 4. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 8 equals 2y. This is 24 equals 2y. Divide both sides by 2. Y equals 12. Okay, again, I'm going to try and color match these so we don't get confused. All of these points, are points on a graph. I can make these all ordered pairs if I'd like. We'll do that in just a few minutes. Okay. Again, we're going to do this one more time. I'm going to go through this a little quickly, and I'll show you what the work looks like. Again, I'm going to plug in all these 4 or 5 points. These are all my x values in the corresponding variable. -4, -2, 0, 2, and 4. So all these points I need to plug in or substitute. Just give me a second. Okay, so what I did was I did all the work, pause the video. I plugged in all my values. I substituted all my values into my equation. What you'll notice is that I have all my ordered pairs, -422, -214. Now, because this is a line, they actually make a nice pattern. If you look between these two numbers, I have to add 8. And if I look between these two numbers, I also have to add 8. Between these two numbers, I add 8. And between these two numbers, I add 8. So once I've established a pattern, I know that I've done it right. Okay. Now to do number 2, a little bit different. Not very much. I have to still solve for that y value, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot 3 points only this time, and I'm going to put them on my graph. Okay. Now it gives me a specific set of instructions between -5 and 5. Keep it really simple. I'll do -1, 0, and +1. Kind of want to get a little bit of a range of numbers, give me an idea where things are. So I did positives and negatives. So again, we're going to write this equation once with that -1 in there. Solve 2 times -1 is -2 plus y equals 4. And then I'll add 2 here and I'll add 2 here. They cancel. And we have y equals 4 plus 2, which is 6. 2 more times. We'll go with the 0 this time. I like 0 because it's easy to multiply, hard to make mistakes. 2 times 0 is 0, plus y equals 4. That kind of goes away. Y equals 4. Awesome. We'll do it one more time with that last 1 value down there. Plug in that 1, or substitute that 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus y equals 4. I'll minus 2 on this side. I'll minus 2 on this side. Again, there's my equation. These cancel out. Y equals 2. Okay, again, these are ordered pairs. So I have -1, 6, 0, 4, and 1, 2. So let's find these points. Let's do these in different colors. Let's make a circle. Let's do one in green. Let's change that to green. Let's do one in purple, and we'll do one more in orange. That way we can distinguish which one is which. Okay, so this first one, -1, 6. So the red number is my x values, so I made my x values red. Start at the origin, go 1, 2, oh, just 1. Sorry, -1, and +6 in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my first point. I'll do it again with my purple dot. I'll start at 0. I can't go to 1, I can't go to -1, right in between is 0, and I'll go to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last but not least, we've got 1, 2. So again, I'll start here in the middle. I'll go to the right 1, and I'll go up 1, 2. Okay, now I have 3 points. Ask me to plot. It doesn't ask me to connect the dots, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do. So let's connect the dots. Looks like this. That's our line. All I had to do was know how to solve for a single variable. I had to know unit 2 in order to be very, very successful here. Okay. One last one. We're going to again do this 3 times. Let's change up the numbers a little bit. Let's do 1, 2, and 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change this. Let's do 0, 1, and 2. 0 is always very, very nice to work with. It's easy. So I need to do this 3 times. Again with a 0, a 1, and a 2. -2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 equals y. Y equals 3. Awesome. Pretty easy. -2 times 1 is -2, plus 3. Again, multiplying by 1 is easy as 0. Y equals 1. One last time. Y times -2 is, sorry, -2 times 2 is -4, plus 3. Y equals, and y equals -1. Okay, so I do see a pattern here. I'm not sure if you've identified it just yet. So these should all be blue. This one's ungroup. This one should also be blue. Okay, so 3 dots again. Let's make this red. I'll make this one orange. Oh, not orange, just do blue. And last but not least, we'll do one more in, let's do gray. Okay, so I got 3 points that I have to plot. Let's count them out. So the first one is 0, 3. So if here I'm here at 0, I don't go to 1, I don't go to -1, I go to 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll start at 0, I'll go to 1, go plus 1. Last but not least, I'll go 1, 2, and then I'll go 1, 2. Oh, just sorry, -1. Start that over. Plus 1, plus 2, -1. Again, they make a nice straight line. It's down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. The pattern continues, and it should have a nice straight line. Okay, make sure that all your points have a consistent pattern. Here we have a change of 2, a change of 2 every single time. Once you're done with your notes, the agenda says that we're going to go into our rotations. Independent, we'll flip your paper over, work on the paper in the back. Sorry, direct instruction. Independent, Revolution Prep notebook should be on the side. Collaborative, continue working on your vocabulary, please.